Hello there, everyone. I'm sure that for many of you out there in the viewing audience, the company known as Unicomp needs no introduction. But on the off chance that you're unfamiliar with that name, Unicomp is the company that after all of these years and after the technology itself had moved through many different hands, ended up acquiring the rights to the legendary IBM Model M keyboard and its buckling springs. What you may not be aware of, even if you are familiar with the company and its products, is that they will custom make you a keyboard based on your specifications. And yes, that means they will do one-offs, which means that I have really outdone myself this time. Now, before I go ahead and show you the clever thing that I did, I'd like to take just a moment to point out that the Unicomp company actually offers a wide variety of standard production model keyboards. They have slightly different keyboard case styles, such as the Ultra Classic and the Space Saver. They also have the Classic, which is for pretty much all intents and purposes the Model M that many of us know and love. They offer their keyboards in different color combinations, and some of them, such as this Classic 104 trackball buckling spring keyboard, even have a built-in pointing device. Should you need it, they also have quiet touch versions of the Model M keyboard, though I am very well aware that most of us out there like the fantastically loud tactile feedback from the buckling springs. Another thing that Unicomp has in their standard production lineup is a black keyboard with completely black keys. It shares the same body as this Classic 104 USB model that you're looking at right now, but instead of having the silvery gray colored keys, they are completely black and they have no printing on them. Which brings me to the clever thing that I did. As you can see, there's a box sitting here on my pool table turned workbench. And just to prove to you that this was done very recently, I'll go ahead and show you the manufacturing date on this. Yeah, it's been a while since I got around to and decided to make the video, but still, that was only about 2 weeks ago. They built this bad boy to order, exactly to my specifications, and they did not goof around. I placed the order, the next day they shipped it, and the day after that I had it on my doorstep. That is incredible customer service as far as I'm concerned. They really get down to brass tacks. And while I have never had occasion to contact Unicomp myself, I know that the keykeeper did, and they answered his question in a very prompt, courteous, and professional manner. But as I said, one of the standard products that they have to offer is a black-on-black blank keyboard with absolutely no letters printed on it. So what do you do if that's not the kind of keyboard that you want? Well, you custom order one, of course. And here it is. This is a white on white or beige on beige Model M keyboard with a PS2 connection and no letters on the keys. I was not actually sure that they would be able to manufacture this, especially since I've never used their keyboard customization tool in the past. But they got right down to it. I am absolutely impressed. And although it's wrapped in plastic right now, and that will tend to dampen the action on the keys, it is a proper buckling spring keyboard, just like every other keyboard that I have ever purchased from Unicomp. Yes, I am a repeat customer. I also have this keyboard, which I purchased secondhand from Elmol3 here on YouTube. But I'll go ahead and give you a demonstration of the keys and their operating sounds here. You might ask yourself, why would I want such a keyboard? Well, the simple fact of the matter is that if you know how to touch type, you don't need anything to be printed on the keys, and given how many keyboards I've had in the dishwasher over the years, I've gotten pretty good at knowing what the exact order of the keys on a 101 through a 104 key keyboard ought to be. So I don't really need to look at the keys or anything like that. But I had a much more nefarious purpose in mind. And I find it more than a little ironic that when I said nefarious purpose, Furhead made an appearance, along with his Mountain Dew. Let me show you just what it is I had in mind. Okay, everybody, I've got something that I want to show my mother, and I thought that her reaction would be worthwhile. Looks like we're probably going to show it to the cat as well. So here's what I've got to show my mother, and I want to see what her reaction to this is. Do you have any idea what this might be?
A puppy.
No, it's not a puppy.
It's not a baby goat.
No. What do you notice about it?
Well, that would be the keyboard from hell. Is it Braille?
No, it has no letters on it whatsoever.
Well, that's like the keyboard for like someone who doesn't care if they spell anything right because they don't know what the keys are.
Furhead, come and look at this. I gotta get your reaction to it as well.
Okay, so it's a blank keyboard.
Yep, it sure is.
So what's the point?
What blind person did you steal that from?
I didn't.
So what's the point?
The point is that I've wanted one of these for a while, but the only one that the Unicomp company actually officially sells is black on black. So I thought I'd see if they'd do a beige on beige one on a custom order basis, and they did.
You custom ordered a keyboard.
Yes.
You know, you could have just brought it to me. I could have rubbed the parts, painted it any color in the visible spectrum, and it would have been shiny or matte, but since it's plastic, probably matte with a flux clear finish. But no, I mean, I could have even made it green, I could have made it vibrant orange, I could have made it this flesh tones.
What's the point? Like, I can't imagine what it cost, so what's the point?
The point is, it's a blank keyboard with no letters on it.
And what's the point?
And yes, part of the reason that I got it was to bring it up here and show people your reaction to it.
It's like the keyboard from hell.
All right, everybody.
All right, hang on.
What are you doing?
Number row. Q-W-E-R-T-Y. Enter.
You know any more?
Let's see. Okay, when you're playing video games, you got the W. That is, I want to say that's S.
That's an A.
A. Then S somewhere in these two.
ASDF.
Those are your arrow keys. That's your command central. That's your numpad. Those are your command buttons. That's your window
Why
tab.
would anyone want that?
Because I think it's pretty
Wait,
cool.
hang on. Yeah, I can tell you a whole bunch more. Okay, yeah, that's ASD. Hang on. Ah, yeah.
I don't even want to. I'm not going to use that keyboard again.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I only paid about 50 cents for that one.
I don't get what the point is.
The point is, it's kind of cool to have a keyboard without letters on it.
Why?
Maybe for you. It's for the people that touch type.
Yeah, if you know how to touch type, you don't even need the letters.
Yeah, but touch typing is for noobs.
But you know what? If I don't know what the letter is, I guess it can be whatever I want it to be.
So you can just press any key. Someone actually asked me if we were going to work that joke into this.
Well,
Well, we know you're not working any sort of dates, so just take the numpad off.
if the keys are unlabeled, and an unlabeled key stands for anything I want, that's premises 1 and premises 2, then premises 3 would say, the keys are anything I want.
This isn't psychology.
If A is true and B is true, then C is true.
Yeah, but first you have to find the key that represents A, B, and C. Don't use the other keyboard which has all the keys on it.
I would have to take like a Sharpie marker and write on the keys A, C, D. Yeah. Are you going to do that? Are you going to like label them?
No.
Are you going to...
You making friends over here again, Furhead?
I always make friends.
Guess what I was doing